News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Tire Works Total Car Care. Not your typical tire and service company. Guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Your one-stop shop for all automotive needs. Call 775-751-6100 or 702-365-TIRE. News is also brought to you by Capriati's Sandwich Shop, located in the Pahrump Nugget Casino. Call us at 775-751-3354 to order ahead.
Tonight on News 46, Nevada Highway Patrol releases traffic fatality numbers for 2011.
And a new bookstore opens in town.
And take a look at a local weather tower. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2012. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. And topping our news tonight, Nevada traffic fatalities have dropped in 2011. Isn't that great?
That is wonderful.
To 243. This compares to 257 Nevada traffic deaths in 2010. The reduced fatalities follow a general trend of traffic deaths dropping from an all-time high of 432, which was in 2006.
Nevada Highway Patrol says the traffic safety initiatives are part of the Nevada Strategic Highway Safety Plan. The safety plan contains more than 80 strategies and action steps, including continued stepped-up traffic safety enforcement events by Nevada Highway Patrol and all of the state's local law enforcement agencies.
Implementation of a statewide handheld cell phone ban while driving to help reduce dangerous distracted driving, and nearly 3,000 miles of centerline rumble strips installed on state roadways.
Road safety audits to enhance traffic safety, continued installation of flashing yellow arrow turn signals at designated traffic lights.
And NHP invites you to join the Zero Fatalities community by not driving impaired, buckling up, stopping on red at intersections, being pedestrian safe, and not letting distractions cause you to run off the road.
Yeah, you know, all that stuff you usually do when you take the driving test.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it just might save your life or the life of someone you care about. NHP would also like to remind everyone of the new traffic safety laws now in effect.
That's right, handheld cell phone ban. It is now illegal in Nevada to drive while operating a handheld cell phone or similar device. For more information, you can see common questions regarding the law on KPVM's Facebook page.
And also the 3-foot bicycle safety law, which is drivers passing a bicycle must move into the adjacent lane if possible. If not possible, the driver must pass with at least 3 feet of space between their vehicle and the bicycle.
And that's interesting because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, actually. Well, there's a new bookstore in town, and it's right next to the Pahrump Community Library. In fact, it benefits the library. A library board member purchased the building and property, which was formerly East Street Cycles. The member donated the property to the library for their use. It is now a used bookstore and somewhat of a thrift store.
Well, we have a few things going on this month. We're starting a coat drive on the 9th through the end of the month, and those coats will be given to a charity here in town. We will be closed on the 16th, which is a holiday. We are going to be having Family Craft Day on the second Saturday of the month. We'll be making snowflakes, so you can come in with your children. It usually takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to do that. There's not really a lot going on this month, just our usual stuff, our anime club, our book club on this third Tuesday of the month. Then I think the knitters and crocheting are still coming on I think it's Wednesdays, and Shakespeare is still coming, so mostly our basic things. I would like to tell you about our bookstore next door. It's called The Second Chapter. It's open on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 10 until 3, and we have a surplus of books over there that we're selling, and movies, and a few odds and ends, so come and see us over there and find something you might like.
That's wonderful. The bookstore, this is for purchase and things that you guys are trying to get rid of right now.
Yes, that's correct. Lots of books over there for purchase.
And as well, there's computers that people can use here at the library.
Yes, we have computers for the public. They're welcome to come in and use those.
And you also have movie rentals, don't you?
Yes, we have lots of movies, DVDs, and still some VHSs because some people are still using VHSs.
So for more information on the library, how can they contact you?
They can call us at 727-5930.
Where are we located?
We're located at 701 East Street.
What's the hours here?
We're open Monday through Thursday, 10 till 6, Friday and Saturday, 10 till 5.
The Chapter 2 bookstore is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It is located right next door to the library on East Street.
Well, our weatherman, Zach Fuentes, receives occasional wind reports from local John O'Brien and his weather station here in Pahrump. We took a tour of the location near Gamebird and Homestead.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. Basically what we got is the Boy Scouts, in conjunction with our family, had put up a tower here about 6 years ago. And it's a Columbia weather system, a very accurate system. It's fully digital, and it's put on a computer, and we keep the statistics for Pahrump. And any of the events, what we call events that are reportable to the National Weather Service, we're weather spotted, and we give that information to the National Weather Service.
How many different uses does this have?
Well, in our particular case, we use it also for agricultural. We use this to determine how long we have to water. We've got the evaporation rate for our crops, and we put that programming in, so it tells us exactly how much water we have in order to produce the crops. So we save a lot on the watering also.
Tell us a little bit about how the National Weather Service uses a weather spotter like yourself.
Well, I've been a weather spotter since the late 80s, early 90s. And any type of event, if we get wind over 40 miles an hour, if we get substantial rainfall, or if we're getting wind shears or downdrafts, or if we have a lot of the dust devils and things going through the valley, we report this so that the National Weather Service can go ahead and properly notify people, especially like the trucking industry, campers, RVers, people that are traveling our roadways. They need to know when we're having those wind shears and stuff coming through the mountains.
Have the Scouts themselves learned how to use the system?
Oh, yes, they have. We've got a number of them that got their Weather Merit Badge through this particular system here. So they're keeping track of the data. And for instance, we had 1.89 inches of total rainfall the entire year last year at this location. That doesn't mean that you had 1.89. It means just at this particular location. We have a lot of areas here in the valley that will have heavier precipitation and a lot of areas that might not have any.
And you were a part of Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. Tell me how many benefits that this had for just the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue.
Well, when we were going to have certain events coming up, I would notify the fire chief that, let's say we were going to have high winds this afternoon and that they were going to be putting warnings out. What I would get is I'd get the information from the National Weather Service would come up on the computer, which automatically would email me on my telephone. And it would let me know what the weather was going to be, what our durations were going to be. So let's say we could be a little better protected and prepared, as the fire department, for an event that would be coming up. So let's say we were going to have a dust storm or high debris, or if we had fires, we were noting the fact that we were going to have high sustained winds in an afternoon. We could be prepared for that.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about each component of the tower?
Yeah, if you look at the tower itself, on the far left-hand side, we've got a temperature. It looks like a bunch of dishes that are inverted. Inside's a digital temperature probe, and then also a humidity probe. And then the gold-capped device is a rain gauge. It's accurate to 1/1000th of an inch of rain. And then there's a little solar collector. Looks like a little cup that's sitting there. And that tells us how much solar radiation we have. In the very top of the tower, if you go all the way up to the top, we've got the actual wind speed. It's a diamond crystal setting up on top. Very, very accurate, very expensive. And it can tell me my wind speed in 1/10 of a mile-an-hour increment.
Well, folks, coming up after the break, we speak to one of KPVM's own about a local show.
And we'll also be checking in with Miss Senior Nevada.
We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. A popular show in town is recorded right here in the KPVM studios. The producer of Young at Heart, Pat Wall, invites you to watch.
It's an hour-long show, and we're geared toward the more mature market from age 50 on up, because that's mainly the group that we have living in our community. About 80% of us are falling in that group.
It's really true. You have a wide variety of subjects and topics and guests.
We do. We have entertainment, which, of course, everybody loves to be entertained, and we have a huge base we draw from. A lot of our celebrities from Vegas come down, and we have a lot of talent right here in Pahrump. We also do educational bits. Like on our show today, we're going to be talking about computers, because a lot of us in the senior market are basically clueless.
Yeah. There you go. Who is your host?
We have Al Jones and Lynn Peterson, and we're now adding something different in that we're bringing in a celebrity host for the show. That way people can actually get to know some of the people we have on as guests in another venue.
When does the show air?
We run on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. on 46.3, that's our senior network, and then we also run the next day on the channel 41, I believe it is, and that would be from 11 until noon, and then the following Monday from 1 until 2.
Can you also watch it on the web?
Absolutely. Yes, and also on YouTube. In fact, we hear from people all over the world, and that's exciting.
It is exciting. What a great show, and I know that you're the producer, and you have so much experience in producing programs like this.
I do, 57 years, as a matter of fact, going on 58 years. Of course, I was unborn when I started, you have to understand. But I love what I do. I love 41. In fact, I was the very first employee. I've been with this company 15 years.
Carol Fusillo took the crown of Miss Senior Nevada in August. She has been busy, proudly upholding the title, and has so much more to do.
Things are going very well, thank you. I won August 15th over at the South Point, and I was dancing. And my background, I'm sure, had a lot to do with it, because my platform is for the good of seniors, and I'm really working that. Since I've been Miss Senior Nevada, I have been performing in different places, activities during Christmas for different things in Las Vegas. We had a show here also for Meal on Wheels, and I performed there, and I also did the announcing, and I was very happy to do that. But this is just the beginning. I'm going to be going through the host state this year with this platform with seniors helping seniors called Welcome Home Ministry. And I'm just very excited about whatever I can do to help the seniors in this community.
And once again, Welcome Home Ministry, you're going to have your first seminar coming up. Tell when that is.
Yes, that's this coming Monday night, January 9th. Doors open up at 5:30 till 6 o'clock. And then, of course, I will begin at 6. And it's at New Hope Fellowship Church on 781 West Street, which is between Wilson and 372.
There you go. And for more information, they can call you.
Absolutely. 990-6811.
Okay, and here's your Weekend Sports with Nathan Hollenbeck.
Let's change it up a little bit this week, and let's talk college football. History was made yesterday. The Rose Bowl. Yeah, not a bowl filled with roses. You're probably thinking yesterday, Monday, January 2nd? Well, yes. To answer all questions for who didn't watch the Rose Bowl was held yesterday. The Oregon Ducks and the Wisconsin Badgers went head-to-head in the Rose Bowl for college football. Yesterday was a big day. The Rose Bowl is usually held the day after New Year's, but they changed the day of the Rose Bowl because games of the NFL were held on Sunday, January 1st, and the NCAA didn't want it to interfere with the NFL. But anyways, it was an intense game, and should I mention, very close. It took 95 years for the Ducks to win another Rose Bowl, and they got it. And a also lucky and blissful win. Oregon showed off creativity with 621 total yards, second most in the Rose Bowl history against the tough Badgers, playing at its usual frantic pace until final whistle. Ducks receiver caught 8 passes for 158 yards and 2 TDs for the Ducks, who had no postseason success to show for Kelly's otherwise wildly successful 3-year tenure until this landmark offensive performance. One player from the Ducks squad quoted, "None of us were around 95 years ago, and we never talked about it. We're a forward-thinking operation, and we're always looking ahead." But I think anyone who watches college football, or even that don't, but watched the Rose Bowl yesterday, won't forget how this ended. With 2 long passes, Russell Wilson, quarterback for the Badgers, moved the Badgers to the Oregon 25-yard line, but with 2 seconds left and no timeouts. After waiting for the ball to be set, he spiked it to set up a last-ditch heave to the end zone, but the clock hit 0 while he did it. The Ducks were winners after video review, holding the Wisconsin scoreless in the 4th quarter. Oh my, what an intense game, and major props to Oregon. Now here's the update for boxer Floyd Mayweather. As I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Floyd Mayweather was sentenced 3 months in jail to begin January 6th after pleading guilty to domestic violence charges. Las Vegas judge Melissa Saragosa also ordered Mayweather to complete 100 hours of community service and fined him $2,500. Mayweather's no contest plea Friday took care of the last criminal charge he faced. He was accused of poking a neighborhood security guard in the face as they argued over the fighter's parking violations. What an intense moment right there. Now on to the NFL. Wild Card Weekend is here. Here's the last of the teams featuring for the Wild Card Weekend. There's Pittsburgh Steelers and Denver Broncos, Detroit Lions and New Orleans Saints, Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans, and last but not least, the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. And well, remember, watching sports doesn't mean you're getting exercise. I'm Nathan Hollenbeck for your Week in Sport.
Thank you very much, Nate. Folks, don't go anywhere because we're going to have Zach Fuentes right after the break with a look at our 7-day forecast and see if that snow is actually going to make it here.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by Humana.
Welcome back to News 46, everyone. Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today we had sunny skies. It was pretty nice out there. A little bit warm, too, for us as compared to lately. 70 degrees was our high. Our winds were coming out of the north-northeast at 3 miles per hour. And our gusts were only at up to 6 miles per hour. Pressure was holding steady still at 30.30. And our UV index is staying the same at 2 low, but not for long. Our humidity is going to be at 22%, and our sunrise was at 6:55 a.m. Today's record was actually the same as yesterday's, and we broke it at 69 degrees back in 1997. Tonight it looks like we're going to have clear skies. Our low is going to be 33 degrees. The winds are going to come out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour, and the gusts are still going to remain at 6 miles per hour. Humidity is going to be at 31%, and our sunset looks like it was at 4:41 p.m. Tonight's record was 12 degrees back in 1974, and thankfully we did not break that one. Tomorrow, once again, it looks like we're going to have sunny skies and our high of 70 degrees. The low will go down a little bit, though, at 32 degrees. And our winds are going to come out of the east-southeast at 3 miles per hour. Gusts are going to be at up to 4 miles per hour. And our UV index is going back up to 3 moderate. Our sunrise is going to be at 6:56 a.m. And the humidity looks like it's going to be at 19%. As for our 7-day forecast, it looks a little bit boring like our summer 7-day forecast used to. Our clouds have gone away, it looks like, and even our 20% chance of rain, but we're still going to keep our eye on that because with our Pahrump weather, we just never know. Things come back and go very quickly. Our highest high is going to be 70 degrees tomorrow, and our lowest low is going to be 28. Today's worst weather was in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, where they had snow showers. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Zach, for that. The AYSO will be interviewing any and all volunteer positions, including the board and all other areas. If interested, please come down to Ian Deutsch Memorial Park on January 7th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and get ready to kick off this year right.
And folks, Teen Night is being held at the Nye Communities Coalition campus located at 1020 East Wilson on the corner of Wilson and West Street this Friday, January 6th from 6 to 9 p.m. For more information, call 727-9970 or 537-1115.
Very good. And the Pahrump Valley High School open house will be held tomorrow night from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
And of course, as I said yesterday, today is my wonderful wife, Debbie's birthday, so a very happy birthday to the best wife a guy could have.
Aw, happy birthday, Debbie. He loves you. That's awesome. That's great. Well, before we go tonight, there's a couple things we wanted to discuss, but I want to make sure I get in there. Give Domino's a call at 751-3030 for their KPVM special of the night. Don't forget to do that. And we're going to be having a changeover pretty soon between going fully digital. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. February 1st, the analog signal, Channel 41, is getting the cut. It's done. We're finished. It's going off the air. If you want to continue to watch us and you're watching Channel 41, you want to make sure that you have a digital TV or a digital box, a converter box. Because as of February 1st, no more 41. You can still catch us on Cable 12, but we're only going to be broadcasting the digital channels, 46.1, .2, .3, and .4. So the benefit is you're going to have 4 channels if you didn't before, and of course you're going to have to buy a new TV. So who doesn't need an excuse to buy a new TV? But if you have any trouble connecting, you can call us here at the station at 727-9400, and we'll be more than happy to help you go through the steps of getting connected. And we even have Rod's TV, who's helping us out by going out to people's homes and getting you connected for free. So again, make sure it's February 1st. Channel 41 goes away. Channel 46 is the future.
Wow, lots of information.
Yes, indeed.
And not that I want to give out a Kmart commercial. However, online, Kmart has quite a few digital TVs at 50% off. Some of them are a very good deal. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there in case you're wondering where you can find a digital TV on sale.
And if you're not looking for a digital TV and you just want the converter box, I know for a fact Walmart is still selling them. So.
Great. See, we got to give Walmart a plug.
That's right. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.